So here's a mistake that a lot of people make, especially trigger-happy light chain players like me. Um, he is moving this way, and I am moving that way, so clearly my shots are going to miss even when I change to turn into the same direction that he is. So instead, right here, what I'm about to do, I'm going to turn around, and there's going to be a target that is much closer and seems to be moving in a direction to where I think, okay, I can probably line him up and hit him because he's closer and he's not necessarily moving away from me. And again, this is just something that I do. I drive in one direction, look in that direction, but I fire backwards because you just need to be watching where you're going. All right, here I'm just now coming out of cover, and I spot somebody who is clearly distracted and holding still, which is just the easiest target to circle and take out. Now right here, I target this guy and I take some shots, but instead of charging in, I don't because there's just too many buildings and too many obstacles like the hills and rocks. Enemy armor is damaged. So right here, I'm actually coming back to attack the same target that I was just on, except he probably thought that I ran off, and so I'm coming up behind him, and I'm actually going to use the buildings as cover. When the ship barn shoots, I've got about 18 seconds of safety from him. So right here, I changed my mind on who I'm going to target, but I'm facing this way, which is going towards the rocks. I need to turn this way, which is also going to turn my turret this way, so I need to actually turn this way in order to line up my turret as fast as possible. And that was actually by far the most helpful mistake I have probably ever received. And again, I instantly switch targets and begin to move the hull of my tank in the direction of the target to whiplash my turret in that same direction. Now, I blame ADHD for this change of events, but I'm glad that I did because I'm pretty sure this thing was about to take aim and fire. Now that the real threat is taken out, I can move on to this guy, and he just so happens to be at low health. And once again, I instantly change targets and prepare to move in. You'll notice that I move from left to right a lot, and it's usually because I'm either trying to use my speed or just the elevation of the hills for cover. Nice shot. They're knocked out. Now, what you're about to see is, well, a lot, and I do end up dying, but it's because I'm up against 5 guys, so just try your best to follow along as I explain. I immediately moved to the left to avoid his shots. Then to throw him off, I simply whiplash my body all the way around. To all the ship barns out there, smoke does not protect you. And once again, he's hiding. I whiplash around and continue firing to throw him off and confuse him. So right here, I decide to pop smoke because at the last second I see that he has his friends coming in, and one of them just so happens to be much lower health than he is. So right here, I know for a fact I'm about to die because I know he's about to reload, and since I'm moving backwards, trying to evade his friends, I'm just moving much slower, and so I know what's about to happen.
He's gone. Another target. That's it.
So I was clearly on one and really hyper, and right here you're going to see me use the elevation of the hills, my speed, whiplashing my turret all around, and just everything that I possibly can around me to keep them spotted, keep them distracted, do damage, and avoid damage at all costs.
Nice shot. Shot ricocheted. Looks like that one went straight through. They hit one of our tracks. We got him.
Now, this is actually something that I do pretty often, and it happens really quick. You can target something that's beyond your line of sight by using your third person. That way, you're locked on before you go over the hill. And already, I'm moving the body of my tank in the opposite direction to whiplash my turret and line it up.
Penetration.
And once again, I'm going to do this exact same thing, except just the opposite direction.
We lost a friendly vehicle. Penetration.
So one of the things that I've noticed is that by doing this enough over time, as you're coming in and lining up with the target, a lot of times I can feel my next move coming on because I pay a lot of attention to where they're going, where they're aimed at, and same with me and my movements.
Our track's been hit. We pierced their armor. Shot ricocheted. Punched a hole in their armor. One of our vehicles destroyed. Gunner down! Gunner down!
Now that was a very, very tight situation, and most people would not have survived it. But like I've said, if you do this enough, you learn to think quicker and react accordingly. And once again, this is a very tight situation. They're capping, they're all over the cap, they're everywhere. And so I try my best to use the environment and my speed to my advantage.
That one drilled straight through. They're knocked out.
So that was actually not planned, but what I did plan on doing was not rushing into the cap because that could have resulted in something much different. So, because of the fact that I just dove off a cliff, I, for whatever reason, thought that there was another one, and so I decided to do this weird ass shit.
Zero penetration. No good. Didn't go through. Nice shot. Punched a hole in their armor. We didn't penetrate their armor. Drag hit. Penetration. We may have lost this one, but we'll be back.
So, like I said, playing a light tank, whether you're in World War II mode or Cold War mode, is always a skill in itself, and it does take a whole lot of practice. I kind of felt like the first video was a little incomplete because there's just so many scenarios that require quick thinking and fast responses that the first one just didn't cover, I guess. So, with that said, I'll keep making more videos like this for those who enjoy getting the advice and stuff. And eventually, I'll even branch off to other tanks that are requested or needed. But yeah, I know these videos may not be as exciting as the ones that don't have all the pauses and the narration and stuff. But if you listen and you practice, trust me, you'll get this down and it will be fun.